Fellow YouTubers, I know it's been a good bit since you've seen me. I've been working on this, the BOLTY project. It's been engraved, it's been stained, and it's a cheap shotgun that I picked up. I've been working on it, and this video is going to be the process of what it took me to have a new YouTube shotgun. The YouTube shotgun is going to be BOLTY, and it's going to go well with the channel.
Okay, so here's my mutilated shotgun shell. As you can see, it's perfectly safe. It was fired. And I cut the rim off because I have skills with a hacksaw. And what I have as a product is the primer and 12 gauge made in the USA. This is what I plan to put on the O for BOLTY. So this is what I'm doing. I took the drill bit off and I'm using a sander on the drill press. And I'm going to put it into place. I got to cut it to the right size and dimensions, obviously, on the disc. I think I'm just going to cut right around the edge, make it smaller. But that is working pretty well to get it down and flush. So I think this is the route that I'm going to take, and then I'm going to epoxy over it. Okay, so what we got going on here, I'd call that pretty darn close to good. I'm going to fine it up, sand it a little bit more. But yeah, that's all we did right there, folks. What we have here is classic gray 271. And, well, I have the gray stain on the stock. It's got to set in. I've put one layer on it, and it didn't really set in well, and that was after like 15 minutes. So I'm going to let it soak in for a good half hour here, and then I'm going to take some steel wool right there, some very fine grit steel wool, and I'm going to sand down the excess and hopefully get those lines to pop out. So I've used the epoxy, and there I mixed it up, and I've put a coin into my container. It's fully submerged in epoxy to see if I can add more later and it won't look all that funny. Anyway, I'm not completely covering it as of yet. If I do that, it'll be in the future. But I do have epoxy under that, and I've pressed it down and it's right where I want it to be. And that is what BOLTY will look like. So I've put my first coat of polyurethane on. As you can see, I jerry-rigged a set to hold my stock so then I can spray it, and it hangs freely. I have the barrel that I am spray painting right now, clearly not right next to the stock. That would be dumb. But no, I'm spraying it in another location. It's off of a piece of metal that was clearly hit by a lawnmower or something at some point, and found it in the yard, like everything else in our yard, and attached it to our tiki torch. So, way to go college, right? I'm spraying the magazine plate and the trigger guard gold because that's awesome, and then I'm also spraying the steer skull gold because I can. It's time to debut BOLTY, the hippie gunner shotgun. Its features include BOLTY with a 12 gauge back end of a shell right onto the stock there, and the hippie gunner right there, and of course, as I advocate, peace and firearms. BOLTY, as I have right here, the first trick to loading this gun is that it holds 2 shells in the magazine down here, which isn't very much, but you can hold 3 in the gun. The trick to doing that is, hold on, gotta put one in the chamber. Oh no! And then you grab your other 2 shells, you put those down into the magazine, which of course want to feed up into the chamber. What you do then is you press the shells in the magazine down, you close the bolt home, and there. Now, this gun, sometimes it will jam. That's the biggest thing about these bolt action shotguns. That's why I got it for a YouTube shotgun. It was $100. I made it pretty, put the 12 gauge symbol at the side, did black, did gold, did a gray stock, did whatever. But we're gonna function test it here. I honestly don't think it'll go through all 3 without having a malfunction, but here we go. 1, 2, and right there, see, it doesn't want to feed. But for a test shotgun on YouTube, for anything long, I can put it right through the bolt here because I can take the bolt out like so. Anything long, I can just ram it right through. So it's kind of like a breech loader. And in a sense, it's totally safe because, you know, this isn't a rampage weapon. It's not an assault weapon. It is a bolt action shotgun that will fire
but it will not work all the time. And that is why I chose it for the channel, because it is a test shotgun. I will not cry if it breaks. I will not cry if it blows up, well, unless I get hurt. But ultimately, I will love this shotgun. Now, let's have a little bit of fun with it. I only took it out to fire a couple shots today, but, you know, I brought some shaving cream. Let's add some more snow to the ground, shall we? Ooh, a puddle. Ooh, an even bigger puddle. And to all people that use state land to film their YouTube videos, clean up your stuff. Don't be a douche. Because that's a lot of fun. I know. From YouTube, I've been pretty absent lately for the last 2 months, but that's because I've been working on this guy, because I lost my shotgun due to a bulge in the barrel. Finally. Anyway, what I'm doing now, I'm in school, so schedule's a lot busier. I'm not just working and shooting YouTube videos. I'm in school and shooting YouTube videos. And with that comes my projects, comes schooling, comes any extracurricular activities I need to be doing. Subscribe if you want. I'd appreciate it a lot. And you guys, have a good time. Cleaned up all my crap. There we go.